Crusader here. Welcome to part 6 of the standard Fordson Perkins conversion. This time round it's more about machining the hubs for the wheels, because I've just cast them truing up, and the back plates for the half shafts for the back plates for the brakes to go onto, and making a spacer and fastening the drums to the hub, and to complete this setup here. Another thing that we've done is we've disconnected the clutch pedal, took the cross shaft out to lengthen the shaft so as I can put another pedal on the other side for my brakes. I've been and robbed another one of the tractors down the bottom to get this bulkhead plate, and the reason for that is although I've got a perfectly good bulkhead plate 1944 which belongs to the tractor, I cannot fasten the battery tray to it because it's not got the cast bosses for the bolts to go through. So I've changed it for a later tractor, so buyers, we can put the battery carrier on, because we're going to need a battery for this tractor. And what else was I going to say? That's about it really. And I hope you enjoy, and then we'll catch you on the next one. So that's the bulkhead we was talking about. It's just got the 3 bosses on there in order to put the bolts through for the battery tray. I mean, it's the same other than that. And at the end of the day, this is a conversion tractor, so we've got to convert the parts to make it fit to do the job. And I just took the rocker cover off. I've had it off before, but I just took it off just to show you that this is how the engine was when I got it. I mean, it's ultra clean. I mean, most engines will be black and shit in there and all sorts of stuff, but beautiful and clean. Hopefully that's a good omen for the rest of the engine. But I've also lifted the thing up and put it on axle stands, so it's a little bit higher for me, because she wasn't sitting on the pallet, so I've used the pallet to put my spare parts on, and give me a bit more room now. So if I drop a blooming nut or bolt, it's not under the pallet, it's on the concrete floor, so I can find it again. But yeah. So we're machining the wheel hubs up here, and truing them up, and putting a spigot on for the brake drum to sit on. And also there's a quick glimpse of the diesel major with the generator on, which is giving us the power to work the machines in order to do the job. First side is done, and now we're on the second side. This is the side that's got to support the brake drum. just test fitting the parts for the back plate on the trumpet housing, and just mocked the brake drum and the hub and back plate together, just to see that we're all heading in the right direction. Right, well that's the first one machined up. Got the spigot on this side, a few blowholes in the casting, that's normal. But then this side's all faced up, and the brake drum will bolt straight to this face. And I've just got to make a little ring to put on here to make up the difference from this diameter to the brake drum diameter, so it gives it a little spigot. But what I'll do, I'll make it an interference fit, and I'll warm her up and slide it on, and when it cools off it'll nip up. It's only for a spigot, so it'll be okay. And then the back plate will fit over that, so everything runs true. Or sorry, the drum fit over that, so everything runs true. And then the drum will be bolted in this face here. I don't know how many bolts there is, isn't it? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, so that's the drum in question. And there's your back plates for your shoes in. But yeah, so it will all come good. See the spigot now for the back plate to go on, the keyway to stop it from spinning. And yeah, looking forward to getting it all done. So we're just machining the spigots for the brake drum to fit on the hub base, which is just there. We just need to increase that diameter to get the brake drum to go on, and this is what we're doing here. These are 12mm spacer plates to space the drum from off of the back plates, just so they fit nice and snug inside. Toby thinks I'm talking to somebody. Hello Toby. So yeah, so this is pretty much completed now. Right, so we've got the ring machined up, and we're now going to warm her up and see if we can get it to go on the wheel boss. You won't be able to see it from there, but we're just in a dual red all the way on top of the ring. So we're not going to be far away from that. I think one is certainly won't want to pick it up in the hand anyway, because just got a nice dual red on that now. It won't remain second before it cools down to the point where it will nip up, so it has to be quick. But I'm on it ready, so I think I'm going to have a go at that. we'll leave it now to do its business, and we'll see what, if any, if it's made any difference to that outside diameter. But if it has, then we may have to just stick it back in the lathe and what's now, and just give it a tiny skim. Just got to leave it now. I'm not going to cool it down and shrink it, because if I do have to machine it, it'll send it hard, and then I won't be able to touch it. So yeah, it's just a waiting game now. You probably can't see, but I'll just take you out so you can see. I painted the bulkhead plate and the battery carrier, so they're drying, waiting to be fitted. I've also had my rocker cover off, as you know, and I'll just give it a bit of a clean up. But what this rocker cover is, it's a decompression rocker cover. I've got a decompression on my diesel, my power major, and I got this cover, so I thought, well, I've got to cut the tops off these bosses a little bit, just to clear the tank, and then bung them up, and then got to redesign the handle for the decompression. But it'd be a bit of a novelty to have a decompression on it. Sometimes the battery's a bit low, it's pretty handy, but not too many of them bound. So yeah, so it's a waiting game now, so we'll just wait for that to cool off and see what happens. Okay then, what we've got now, I've just put my spacer on there, which is a 12mm plate spacer. I sort of wanted 13mm when I measured it. I mean, I may need more, but I'm hopefully with the adjustment on the sliding axle and a bit of adjustment on this one, which supports the back plate, I might be able to just get it so it's about right. But anyway, that's gone on there. It's still quite warm. Even that's warm. It's surprising how that heat's dissipated it all in there. But anyway, that's on. And just to say with you, I have lightly polished the inside of this with a flat wheel in the drill. But it sort of starts and goes a little bit tight. And to be fair, there's only like 2 or 3mm gap in there. Because this now needs to go in the milling machine. And need to drill all the holes through and tap them out so I can put my studs in there to tighten everything up. And I will have to calculate, make sure the bolt edge or the stud edge when I'm done will clear the inside of the brake shoes. But that's something else to look at later. I just need to make myself a tool to pick up on these holes, so boys I can send to myself on the mill. Then we'll drill and tap, and hopefully that'll should all come true. There's a fair bit of weight there on its own there now, so I will take the drum and all that off again. That's why I didn't want to force it on, because I've got to pick it up and put it in the bloody milling machine, and it's no lightweight. But that will do the job a treat. Can't move that at all. Even when I had this on and it went tight and I couldn't move it, so it's done its job. I suppose I could pin and fix it, but I think the time we're all done and get bolted down, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. But at least it's located everything and made everything true. So right, I'm going to next job now is to pick it up, put it in the milling machine, and when I get it in there, I'll come back to you. Okay, well we're on the mill now then. She sits on the table. I've still got to clamp it down. I've just made this this little tool. Just made it out of a 16mm bolt, and the head just cleaned up. So otherwise it just fits in the individual overcut. No matter where you put it, look, it just fits nice. So that'll go now in the chuck, which is there. If I just spin that, it should run true. Let's switch it on. Okay. There we go. So that's my locator. I can pick all them centres up now, and that positions me so I'm in the middle and ready to drill holes. So I'm going to set to and clamp it all down now, and then I'll bring you back when I start drilling. Right, so I've set up then, and just drop the torch on the floor, and that locates nicely in that hole. So I'll just wind that up. Right, so we've located the hole with my locating tool, which you've seen on a previous video, and that just fits in there so it gets me in the centre. Now I've changed it and put the centre drill in. I'm now going to drill. So I'll just get a bit of a start, and then I'll put a drop of juice on it, because this is the 12mm plate we're going through here. And if you ain't careful, the tip of the centre drill sort of warms and expands it, and then rubs into the steel, and it can break the tip off. And yeah, that's about there really. Yeah, so there's the centre. So what I'll do, I'll change the drill and then I'll come back. Right, so I've changed the drill, got the old centre hole in there, look, and so that's slap bang in the middle. So I've got the drill there. We'll set to and drill that. Cast iron now, gone through the 12mm plate, now just gone into the cast. 2 1/4 inches deep we're going. The bolts are 2 inches long, and I need a bit of room in the bottom of the hole, so because you can never like thread right to the end of the hole, even with a plug tap. But I've got intermediate tap on here I'm finishing with, and so you've got like, you know, a few millimetres if you like in the bottom of the hole that you can't reach. So my threads just go beyond the 2 inch when I'm done, and that'll you know then that your bolt's not going to bottom out. So I've got the depth set on the top here, and that's right down to the stop. So I'll change the drill and I'll come back. Right, so we changed the drill for the tapping size drill. And in this case we're on 5/8 UNF, so I'm running 9/16. Got the depth stop all set up again, so I'll just keep winding until you can't trip it no more. I could put this in auto and let it go down, but I like to do it by hand so I can feel what's going on. Right, that's the end of the stop. I've just got to change the drill for one more. Right, so this is a clearance drill now for the 12mm spacer plate that's in there. Now I haven't got the stock set for this, but you can feel and hear once it's gone through the plate. There you go, that's just changed its tone. As soon as it changes its tone, then you'll know that you're pretty much into the cast iron. Right, so I'll just clean that out. Got the vernier set at 12mm, and I always check them when I'm done to make sure I've just gone down to the 12mm. And although I can't get it straight up because the drill's in the way, but yeah, I'm pretty much there. You can see it. It's pretty much on the step, and so I'm happy with that. So right, one more operation. Right, so I've got the taper tap in, and I put the machine in low gear, and the tap's so hard that if I wind that in now, it won't break the tap off because the chuck will just skid on the tap, and that's my sort of like my slip clutch to tell me that's as far as it can go. But we'll do that now, and then we'll see. Now, so going nice and steady. And I'll need two hands because I've got to have one on the switch and one on winding it in. There you go. It might be a bit crude for the engineers that's looking, but it works. I'm repairing vintage machinery, and in some respects we're using vintage machines to repair the vintage tractors and so on, because this is a Bridgeport mill and it's an imperial one, no digital readout or anything, and it would suit the era that when the tractors was I would say the later tractors like the Majors and the 5000s, these would have been around, but like the 40s tractors that we're on, I don't think this type of Bridgeport would have been about, but it would have been very similar machines. But it's an imperial machine and it does a good job. So that's sort of got that started enough for me to put the tap handle in and carry on with it by hand. You know, I can't afford to buy them in tapping machines and so forth, but so yeah, I can just screw that in there with my fingers now, look. So that's in fairly good. Yeah, and I have a socket to go on there. I just have to wind the table down to get the rest of it in, but you're going down there, believe it or not. If you look on here, look, you'll see that this plate table's going down, look. Just enough so I can get the tap handle in there, underneath there, so I don't catch my knuckles. Now, right, that's as far as it went down on the machine. Now I'll just carry on that process now, and just like that all the way down until we get the full depth. I will, when this gets into its full depth, it just go a bit tight, so what I'll do is I'll take this one out, put the intermediate in, go as far as I can with that, then put this one back in, and you know, just keep going until we get to the bottom of the threads. No point in busting one off, and that'll be a good job done. And as you can see by the rest of it, look, all the bolts are in. Yeah, they're all, and that's pretty much one hub done, which is a bit time consuming with all the bits I've had to do to it, but that's the best I can get to get that drum to run true on the wheel hub. And obviously, like, if you look down there, you can see the wheel hub all underneath. You can see a spacer plate in there, 12mm plate above the machine step up, and so I'll get these tapped right out. It's been another hour or two yet, and then I'll take the hub and the drum round and offer it onto the tractor along with the back plate and the other piece, and just see how it all lines up. I'm sort of quite getting excited now on getting one of these done. I've got this process all to repeat again, but obviously I'm not going to repeat that on camera, but because you've already seen it. So yeah, we'll catch you later. Right, so what I've decided now is to do, because of the size differential in the hole, I was going to turn, see where the rubbing face on that bolt was pretty much just undersize of what the hole is. So that means it would just leave these blooming corners to catch on, which I wasn't too keen of. So the idea was I set to and I made some top hat washers. Got a bit of chatter on there. I mean, tool started to wear, so the last one. I think really wants regrinding for the next slot. But anyway, it's a top hat washer, and it'll just slots in there. All of those got out of washer in them, as you can see, look. So that was my thought on that. I thought that was the best way around it. And he wanted a washer on there anyway, because it's only, you know, like a tin backing plate of the drum. So, you know, he needed a little bit more support than just the bolt head. So I think that was a sort of fair and a good job all round. Again, another thing that has come to light, I will have to take the drum off and take it all to bits from the wheel hub, because in there is the bolt holes for the wheels, believe it or not. So the bolts will have to go in first, and because they are just nuts and bolts, and another one here somewhere. Look. So they will have to go in first, and I'll put it on a wheel, and then what I'll do is I'll set to and do a bridge from bolt to bolt, so as they can't spin, because I'm going to have an awful job getting them a spanner in there. So yeah, so that's that job. So we're going to offer it up in a few minutes. Okay then, well this is the trumpet adapter for the back plate of the brakes, and I've split it in order so I can pinch it up so it nips tight on the trumpet housing. That's where the keyway is. And so I've just got to step that out roughly where a chalk mark is in order to sit that in there, but obviously in that area there. So I'll just mill a piece off so you can see what it's all about, and then I'll crack on and get it done. Again, I'm winding manually. I like to feel what's going on. Just got to create a step so we can drill through, clearance hole in the top half, and then, you know, thread the bottom out for the studs to go in. So a bit more machining and stuff to do, but none of this stuff gets done if you can't do this. So we'll just keep progressing until we get to the centre of the cross. I'll not bore you with all that, you can see what's going on, and then I'll bring you back when we come to drill it. Right, so we've got the tapping size drill in there now. Not very good light. Let's see if I can Get a bit better light on the job. Still not very good, is it? Right. Yep, that's good. This is the only trouble with little quarter chucks. Got a little tiny chuck key and oh, look at me. It's really difficult to get to get them tight. So I might have to put the big chuck in, but I just thought the little chuck would go down, you know, a bit closer into the plate. But may even have to find a long series drill to get deep enough. We'll see how it goes. Must be nearly through the first half for now, I think. You can't quite see it on the camera, but she's broke through into the second half, so don't think it's going to give me enough for what I want. The chuck is getting close to the so I may have to make a well, I've got to find a long series drill, or I've got to what do you call it, yeah, make a drill, you know, an extension adapter. Right, that's right tight on there now, so I'll have a measure of that on there and just see if we've got enough. But alright, I'll have a look at that and I'll catch you on the next one. Okay, so I've jumped ahead a bit here now. I've drilled it and tapped it and give it a clearance hole, and got this Allen cap screw in there with a spring washer, and I've had it on the tractor and it nips up. So now I can drill the series of holes around this side for where the back plate has got to fasten on. And the back plate just hangs up in here. So I'll just move my vernier. I'll just offer the back plate and just so you can see it. So the back plate sits on the spigot. It won't go right down here because I'm all clustered up on this side, but you can see it fits on there, look. And I'm just going to put a series of holes in there. Well, I say a series of holes. I've got to put a series of holes, but tapping size, because the ring that goes on top of this has got clearance holes. This has got clearance holes, so therefore that has got to be the nut. So I've got to tap all them out. Well, every I've got to miss every two, haven't I? And the little cast iron ring goes on there, and then the shoes go on top of that. But anyway, I've got to drill and set up and drill and tap all these out now to so I can bolt the the plate to the adapter. So that's where I'm at the minute.